Before I start, I just want to offer our condolences to Jeremy Kahn's family. I know you guys all are feeling his loss, his family's loss today, and just a devastating bit of news that hit us, I guess, late last night. Raymond told me on the plane, so just want to wish from the Warriors organization, wish Jeremy's family well, and we're thinking of you. Kendra?
Who's going to start for Otto tonight?
We're going to start Jonathan Kuminga.
And Belly's active tonight. Is he on any kind of minute restriction, or is it just go out there and see?
Yeah, no minutes restriction for Belly. Clay, 30-minute restriction.
The trade deadline has come and gone, and although I think everybody expected a quiet one, is there still a sense of relief or an exhale that it's over with?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the hardest parts of being in the NBA is when guys are released or traded or people you grow very close with. So it's there is a sense of relief. I think today we love everybody who's here, and we think we have a great group, and I think we're all very excited that we can now just move forward.
Hey, Steve. I'm sorry. Well, there was one giant trade today. Just trying to get your reaction to it. Maybe it will affect you guys down the road with Simmons and Harden. I was wondering what you thought.
I hadn't heard, actually.
Now that you know.
Now I know. No reaction, just, general rule kind of, that's other teams' business, and we just kind of lock in on our own stuff.
Without asking you about a specific other trade, how much do you watch, though, the fact that it seemed like more of the moves today were made in the East and none of your rival? I mean, by now you kind of know who's a threat in the West. Do you kind of keep an eye on what other teams you're fighting with are doing? Of course.
So, I mean, I was on my computer this morning, just following the news, and there was a lot of action for sure. So, interesting day. No comment other than that.
Draymond's out on the court right now, like in workout gear. It doesn't look like he's doing a ton. What have you seen that he's able to do at this point?
He is working with Rick, and they're doing, strength and balance stuff. Excuse me. And I talked to both today, and they separately from one another. They said yesterday was a great day, and he continues to progress. But beyond that, I don't really have any details.
Steve, I know besides his obvious inexperience, where are the biggest challenges that JK faces trying to play the big?
I think it's just general lack of experience in every facet. That's his challenge. I mean, there's only one way to get to where he needs to go, and that's with a bunch of reps. It's like anything else in life. You just have to do it over and over again. And so every night we show him clips, and I think he's done a great job of being coachable and absorbing the lessons. And as I said the other day, I think his good games lately have come in bunches, which is a great sign. Last night was a tough night for him and for all of us, but another game tonight. So we're excited to see him out there, and an opportunity to guard an all-star player, and should be a really good opportunity for him.
Steve, last night, Steph mentioned wanting to go back and look at the tape to figure out what could be done differently on the boards. Have you been able to pinpoint anything? Are there any adjustments you specifically want the team to make tonight in that regard?
On the boards, is that what you said?
Yeah, specifically the battle on the boards.
Yeah, I mean, disadvantage. We were there were times last night where we were very late to rotate. We were slow to find the cutters and bodies coming towards the rim. I thought it was really a general theme of the game was lack of pace and urgency. I think it was the slowest game we've played offensively all year. Our pace was really, really poor. So there just needs to be more energy and more anticipation and urgency tonight going forward.
It seems like the updates on Draymond and Wiseman and Andre have been mostly positive. Is the lack of activity today at the trade deadline sort of reflect that? I mean, does that sort of say anything about how hopeful you are that those guys will be back at some point?
Yeah, I mean, those are really questions for Bob. You know, I mean, he calls me if there's anything going on and checks in, but you know, I didn't really anticipate anything was going to happen, and you know, nothing happened. So I don't stop and think too much about it. I used to watch Wilt play volleyball at Will Rogers Beach in Pacific Palisades. He played every weekend. The beach where my family and I would go, and I'd go over and watch him play beach volleyball. It was quite a scene. Never met him. Yeah, you can imagine he was pretty good middle blocker. Yeah. I was probably 10 to 15 years old, somewhere in there.
I mean, we were just talking about this before you came in. He averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds one year. Is that? I mean, what do you think when you hear those numbers?
It's just, I mean, you can't even fathom those numbers, and you know, I wish I could actually kind of see a bunch of games from that year to see what the games looked like and felt like, because those numbers are insane. Talk about pace. There must have been an incredibly fast pace going on at that time. But yeah, Raymond said it on the way in. He kind of has his own record book, you know, that's separate from the rest of the mortals on Earth.
So, do you ever see the return of the 48-minute player?
No, I don't think that's happening either. I don't know if this stat still exists, but you know, he played the most NBA games without ever fouling out, and I don't know if anybody has surpassed me, but I'm number 2 on that list, which is the only similarity that anybody will ever. I have a good joke about that, but I'm not willing to share. No, I'm not willing to share. I'll share it privately, but I don't want to get myself in trouble. We're gonna follow up. You're gonna follow up on it? Like I said, I'm not getting myself in trouble. Judd Bushler's 3rd, by the way. True story. True story.
I'm sure you guys talk about it all the time.
Wilt, me, and Judd. That's, you know. We good? We good? Okay.